Oh, yeah, no, I'm really glad you called and let me know and everything, but I just, it's kind of crazy. Everyone hoarding all this stuff and just buying up all these, I mean, like the store shelves are empty. I mean, I don't know, it just seems kind of, I don't know, but it's crazy out there. It's not like it's a zombie apocalypse or something. I don't know why people need to be buying up all the stuff at the stores and stockpiling everything. I mean, it's like, I mean, I don't need that kind of stuff. I got a hose, I mean, what else do you need? So, yeah, no, yeah, oh yeah, I need to get going too. I'm trying to shoot a video for my YouTube channel. Yeah, so, yeah, just a little update video thing. So, yeah, oh, it's actually already recording. Yeah, I should get going. So, yeah, we'll catch up later. All right, thanks, bye. Yep, probably need to edit all that out. Okay, hey, it's Don from the Nearly Historical Railroad channel. And today, I'm recording this from my little editing studio area because, why? What was the reason? Oh, yes, my little channel has actually hit over 500 subscribers. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a big deal, kind of not, I don't know. I'm proud of it, it's cool. But just because of that though, I want to mention a couple people. And so, first, I want to mention Wilmer of the Indian Head Valley Railroad. He's the first guy that kind of really noticed me and gave me a shout out. And actually, he's given me a couple shout outs now. So that's like totally cool that he did that. This is his YouTube channel, Indian Head Valley Railroad. He does some live streams and uploads other videos about his train layout and whatnot. So he's a totally cool guy. You should check him out. And next, Wilmer told Big Bill. He's part of the Model Railroading Live channel, and I got to be on his show on Who's Big Bill Talking To? And actually, there was me and Scott and my dad, and Jim was on there. We broadcasted live from our train room. Got to answer live questions and stuff, and that was a totally fun thing, and I really appreciate that also. And here's his actual YouTube channel, South Brooklyn Railroad, aka Catastrophe Railroad. It's pretty cool. It's got a nice layout. I'm kind of hoping the junkyard comes back sometime, but it's cool. It's fun. And then more recently, we have Roy Smith in Panama. So he gave me a shout out recently, and that was like totally cool. I got quite a few subscribers from that, and I was really happy for that, and thank you very much, all of you guys out there. So Roy's YouTube channel is here. It's the Inscale Union Pacific Evanston subdivision. And he's got live streams also and whatnot, and uploads stuff about his train layout. So that's cool. Check these guys all out. And you know what, through this, I've met a lot of people, and they're all like totally cool and such a neat community, right? That's what YouTube's about, building a community about that. So it's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate all of you guys out there, and just thank you all very much. So enough of that talk. Let's get on with the regularly scheduled video here. All right, thanks a lot. We'll see ya. Don from the Nearly Historical Railroad channel. So, Dad's working on a turnout up here. Turns out there was a couple different sizes of rail, and it was causing issues. Who knew? I'm gonna do something over that way. I'll show you that in just a second. I'm gonna show you something else my dad did while we were gone. And there's a new fixture in the room. I'm gonna show you that right now. See? Check it out. My dad picked that up somewhere. I don't know where. But it's cool. Okay, so what I'm going to work on right now is, well, let's go over this. This is Kenosha Pass over here, Palisades, and Alpine Station. What I've discovered is that I can fit 2 cars and a locomotive on this, only 2. Just barely cannot fit 3 cars in a locomotive. So I'm really thinking, yeah, we already changed this out once. I really should just move it down. If I moved it down, it gives us lots of more options. So I think I'm gonna do that. And let me show you one other thing that my dad had done while we were gone. So my dad got out some wood stain and stained these ties. So it's just regular wood stain, kind of a lighter color. But wait, there's more. Did these ones also. We'll go back and kind of paint some of the copper ties and match it up with some of the other ones also at some point. Got these ones all stained up also. Looks a lot better. And this is over by St. Elmo. So we did a pass of stain on this. Looks good. And here's our Floribel mine. I remembered this time. So we already had these rails out here a little bit, so he went ahead and put ties and just kind of left it. We weren't sure if we are going to cut that off or not, but so he did that. And this is just regular wood stain. And like I said, the copper ties, it doesn't stick to that, so we'll come back with some paint, kind of hit those and blend it in, and maybe even hit the other ties a little more. So yes, lots of staining. Okay, and before I get to working on that turnout, I want to show you something I need to do tonight so that I can do a project at home. So that is this turnout up here. This is Kenosha Pass up here. It's supposed to be a Y. Well, it's not a Y yet because we're 1 turnout short of making that happen. But it's got to be a unique custom built turnout. So just a second. All right, so that turnout actually is going to go right in that area. A little tricky to get to, but I'll make it work. But that's not just a normal right-hand kind of turnout. It's kind of on a curve. So a long time ago, I made this. This is a kind of a tracing of what I think the turnout needs to look like. As I just said, I did this a long time ago. So now that I actually have track, close to going in there, I want to double check this and see if this still makes sense or if I need to make a new one. Then I can take this home and build a turnout that will fit in there. Okay, so I'm back over here at Alpine Station. And before we get going, I want to be honest with you guys. We skipped a work night. We had a run night. And I shot 0 video because I wanted to run trains and not have to worry about cameras and stuff. And we did. We ran trains. We set up trains just to run around the room. But I also hey, let's take this car from here to there and let's pick this car up and run it over to there. And I don't do that very often. I know a lot of you guys do that all the time probably on run nights, but it was kind of fun. I liked it. And the cool thing is everything ran really well. Yeah, I don't think there was any problems. It was kind of cool. We were all here. Yeah, so anyways, on with this. I'm gonna pull our safety cardboard off so we can see what we need to do. Uh-oh. It's the phone. Hello? Yeah, apparently there's some virus going around. It's my work telling me to stay home if I feel sick. I do that anyways. Huh, okay. So, I'm gonna try and find a piece of wood to kind of fill this. I needed to fill this out anyways, but I'm just gonna, kind of make it bigger and come down this way. So, yeah, let's look for some wood. the table saw. All right, so I cut it long ways also because it stuck out a little farther than I wanted, but let's see if we can get this in here somehow. There's a vertical curve here, so that might be a bit of a challenge. Oh good, it fits. Okay, I'm gonna fiddle around with this for a little bit. Jim's here. Okay, so I got a couple screws in that. Maybe you can see it from there, but let me show you the next challenge to this whole thing. We'll see if this is gonna work. Okay, so this is nice and flush here, but this is going up and this is level. So now we have this to try to deal with. I'm gonna see if I can do something about that. Let's see what we can do. If this works, I'll take the turnout out, but I'm gonna try it out first. Man with a file. Several. It's a lot of wood to cut out. Yeah. I think it's going to work. I'm going to go ahead and pull the turnout. Just for the record, this turnout actually was working great. But we're moving it. It's for the good. Gotta be patient sometimes. Go ahead and do a change if you really think you should, even if it takes a little extra time. Every mile on my mind leads to you. It leads to you. Every mile. Okay, I would not recommend doing that, but I think it worked, so it's good. It leads to you. I'm not around, but I'm not gone. Okay, so let's see if we can get this turnout back in down here. But before I do that, let's go check in on Jim. Jim,
picking on me again.
So Jim just said, I can't show you guys yet. It's not ready. Maybe next week. There's a story behind it all. And that's fine. He brought a caboose. We gotta show you something about that. Okay, so we're in a little work area. So a few videos back, I've mentioned a mystery circuit board. Well, here it is.
This is a small part of a much larger project that began in the 1960s, and I've been collecting these Athearn cabooses. This is an old blue box, and this one actually came from a swap meet in Ogden, Utah about 10 years ago. Anyway, this is the caboose, and it has cotton belt paint on it, and I have 3 of these that I didn't want to strip. I thought I'd bring them to the layout and just permanently leave them on the layout. Right. Because we have DCC to light up what is called the frog light, which is this here. I built this circuit board, and you can buy these circuit boards, and they're in the neighborhood of $20 to $30, and it's like $2 worth of material there. This is that circuit board that you showed earlier. That was mocked up, and I went and talked to John about this little circuit. I showed him what I wanted. I drew a schematic, and he said, no, do this. So he added a few features to this, and I put it up on the breadboard and brought it in, and he made a few more changes. Now it's working pretty good. We tested it. It works really well. And this are components for about 20 or 30 of these things, because that's how many cabooses we have. This is a brass conduit, and it was too small for the wires. These little wires here, it was too small for those wires to pass through there, so I bored it out. It was like 18 thousandths, and I had to bore it 22 to get the wires to fit in there. So I made of course, I made a jig to drill those 4 holes.
Oh, there we go. Very tiny.
Yeah, you can see it right there. There's a conduit for the wires.
Right, so this is custom built circuit board. So how much does it like cost to build that thing?
Like less than $2.
Like less than $2. So that's a frog light?
Yeah, they're called frog lights
on
on
there.
ASP.
So he's got a capacitor in there, so dirty track does not affect it much. Actually at all, I think. So that is very cool. And it's supposed to be on constantly, right?
Yes.
Not supposed to be blinking.
John's here.
All that circuit board for that little light.
So they have told me that they can shrink that board down some also, so that's good. Okay, quick intermission. So my dad was working on the layout, and everything that wasn't DCC went off. All the signals, all the turnouts lost power, so that was kind of weird. Everything DC went away. But we tracked it down, and I'm still afraid of it, but we figured it out. This is the main power switch that turns all that DC stuff on. Again, this layout is from like 1969, so there's some old scary stuff. So I pulled this off to track down what's going on, and this wire was just like not connected anymore. And that's one of the 2 leads that feeds everything. So, yeah, so we're just gonna mount that back onto here. I can't see with my finger. I mount that back onto there, and we should be up and running again. Okay, I think I got that. So we are going to try it out now. Main power, layout power. Everything clicks. We're back. Okay, now that the layout has power again, let's get back to working on this turnout.
Every mile on my mind leads to you.
Rail joiners. So I just pulled this piece of track off. I was already here, so I thought, I'll just put the turnout right there. Drilled holes for the feeders, and I thought, well, I can still go back farther. I just did it where this was at. So it's like, well, make new holes. See? Get that out. Get that much longer of a siding.
Say hello, Mrs. Robinson.
Jesus loves you still. Whoa. Okay, now it's time to find some track. We're debating on, am I gonna talk or are you gonna talk? I don't know. But Jim's gonna show us some stuff here.
Okay, this is what I didn't talk about earlier. We're putting in this siding here for the cattle pen. So there has to be a change in the scenery. And there's 3 tree stumps sitting right here.
I changed these, this had a wire on here.
So rather than just take a hammer to them, I'm going to make a story of removing the stumps. As part of the story of putting in the pin. Next week, we'll have a stump removal going on right here.
I like this. So I don't have a whole lot of time in my life to do stuff and think about things, but there are times when I think about the train layout, and like everything I do sometimes, I want there to be like a story to it. So if somebody were to ask, not that anybody will, but I would say it's like, oh, well actually that shed is there because this guy Frank, he, you know, and have this whole backstory to everything. It's just kind of fun to do that kind of stuff. So my dad actually glued the retaining wall up here. He's just pulling the nails out that was holding it. All right, so I needed to sketch out that turnout up there. I didn't get to that, but wait, I can't say goodbye yet. Let me show you what I actually did over there at Alpine Station, because it's really cool. I like it a lot. All right, look at this siding. Look how much longer that is. and it flows very nice. This is at Alpine Station. I like this so much better. Like I said before, I could only get like 2 cars and a locomotive on there. We can get so much more on there now. Gives us more options. This is good. I don't have it wired, but I do have it all spiked down. So we will probably wire it up next time and run some stuff through it. There's some feeders hanging down there ready to go. Okay, so now that I showed you that, that's it. That's it for the night. Scott was here, John was here for a little bit, Jim was here. Jim's a wise man. We were talking about other things about life, not train related. I like him, he's cool. Anyways, so subscribe if you haven't, ring the little bell so you get notifications when new videos come out. Thank you to all the new subscribers, and enjoy your evening, day, morning, coffee, whatever it is you're doing right now.
Oh no, I bought like every single roll there was. I mean, that's the new currency. Why would you not? I mean, it's like gold, right? They don't call it mountain money for no reason. Right. All right, we'll catch you later, bye.